going on? Hey, it is Brian Gubernick here with the No Days Off podcast. Thank you for joining this morning. No days off. What do we believe? Each day brings a new opportunity to get better. Better at business, better at relationships, better in health, better in life. And that's what the No Days Off movement is really all about. And I'm so excited to get this podcast off and running. It's been something I've been thinking about for quite some time. And my objective, I just want to spend 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes every morning of the weekdays, and just give you something to think about, something to consider, something to maybe do that makes you a little bit better today. See, maybe it's listening or reading or doing something that takes you a second or a minute or 10 minutes every day. As long as it is making you better at whatever you're aiming to get better at, I'm happy. We're successful. So my thought, my approach here is to give you something to think about, something to consider, maybe an action to take or something to read, or just a big question to think around as you're maybe driving into the office. That makes you a little bit better today. And if we make one person a little better, then I'm happy. Today was successful. So let's jump into what I want to talk about today. And actually, for many of you that are listening, you may have heard me recently speak about this particular topic at a real estate conference in Palm Springs just recently. And that topic is known as the common denominator of success. The common denominator of success. This is a speech. This was a term coined by a gentleman named Albert E.N. Gray when he was speaking in front of a large insurance salesman audience in or around 1940. And he stood up in front of that audience, and Albert said, "Hey, I've done the research, I've done the analysis, and I've discovered it. I've figured out the common denominator of success, what those that are successful, what they do that leads to their success beyond just in the office, but in life in general." And Albert shared with the group that day, he made the statement, "The common denominator of success, the secret of success of every man, every woman who's ever been successful, it lies in the fact that he or she formed habits out of doing those things that failures just do not like to do." Let me say that to you one more time. The key to success, the common denominator of success, is forming habits out of those things that failures just do not like to do. Think about that for a moment. When you think about business, what don't successful people in your business do? What don't they do? If you're in the real estate business, we could usually point to lead generation. We could point to lead follow-up. We could point to conversion. We could point to customer service, whatever it may be. If you analyze what those that are not successful in the industry may be in business, what you'll find is that they're not forming habits out of certain things. How about in relationships? Those that have successful relationships likely have formed habits out of those things that failures that, those that have poor relationships just haven't. Maybe it's certain words. Maybe it's certain behaviors. Maybe it's certain actions, right? In health, same sort of thing. That one's easier, actually, when you think about it. Those that are not successful in their health, odds are they're not sleeping right. Odds are they're not eating right. Odds are maybe they're not working out, burning calories, or being active. Or maybe it's a combination of all of those things. Bottom line, they haven't formed habits out of those things that winners, those that are successful, form habits around. So what I want to challenge you to do today, I want you to think about business or health or relationships or whatever it is for you, right? And I want you to think about, hey, if I was unsuccessful, if I was deemed a failure in this particular area of my world, what would I not be doing that caused me to be a failure? And I'm going to challenge you today, just for today, to do the opposite. I don't want this to be overwhelming. This isn't a New Year's resolution. We're not trying to change everything that you do immediately in one day. But if you can just chip away, if you could just do one thing a little bit different today, if you could just form a habit around something that the winners in that particular area of life that they're doing, I think today would be a successful day for you. That's all I have for you today. No Days Off podcast. Thank you so much for joining. And remember, every single day brings a new opportunity to get better. Let's get after it. Thank you.